Hey there folks, Chris here with the Essential Film Noir Collection 4, released by Viavision's Imprint label. A set of 5 films this time around in this beautiful box set, which includes Rope of Sand, Appointment with Danger, The Enforcer, and a Ida double bill with Beware My Lovely and Jennifer. So let's start things off with Rope of Sand from 1949, starring the legends Burt Lancaster, Claude Rains, and Peter Lorre. What a cast and what a film for this thriller, which was mainly shot in Yuma, Arizona, about a safari guide who returned for a stash of diamonds. Such a great film. And the presentation looks absolutely beautiful on Blu-ray. It's sourced from a 4K scan by Paramount Pictures. And it's a very film-like print which showcases plenty of detail and black glows deep to the right degree. It's a clean transfer with the grain intact, not overpowering at all. The image is very sharp with minimal softness in a few scenes. I was surprised how good of a shape this print is in, considering the age of the film. For the audio, this includes the LPCM 2.0 mono, which is a great track. I found it well balanced throughout, with just the right amount of bass during the suspense. So with that being said, I'm rating the picture quality a 4.5 out of 5, and a 5 for the sound. For bonus content, you get an audio commentary by film historian Samm Deighan, plus a film professor Jose Arroyo on Rope of Sand, as well as the trailer. Next up, Appointment with Danger from 1950, starring Alan Ladd, and a second to last noir. His last noir is Hell on Frisco Bay from 1955. And in this film, Alan plays a detective employed by the U.S. Postal Service to investigate the murder of another detective. A solid noir which looks really nice on Blu-ray. Once again, sourced from a 4K scan by Paramount. Although it's a bit of a step down compared to Rope of Sand, mainly because of specks of dirt present on the print. But it isn't distracting for the most part. It's a sharp transfer with the grain intact, which is a bit heavier than usual, and I found black glows deep to the right degree. The LPCM 2.0 mono sounded excellent. The dialogue was balanced well, and I didn't come across any audio damage or annoying hissing noise. Just a great track all around that complements the film well. So overall, I'm rating the picture quality a 4 out of 5 and a 5 for the sound. For features, you get an audio commentary by film historian Jason Nye, plus a Hollywood Everman, the films of Lewis Allen, as well as film noir specialist Frank Kretnick on Appointment with Danger, plus a Hollywood radio theater, and more. Next, the third film in this set, The Enforcer from 1951, starring the one and only Humphrey Bogart, who plays a district attorney who managed to build a solid case against an elusive gangster. One of Bogart's best, which also happens to be his last film for Warner Brothers, the studio that made him a star. Warner only distributed the film. It was produced by United States Pictures, which is now owned by Republic Pictures, a division of Paramount Pictures. And the 4K scan by Paramount looks absolutely gorgeous. Black glows are deep and inky with a fine layer of grain that showcases plenty of detail on faces, hair, and clothing. It's a beautiful print. Although you get a specks of dust particles on the print, but I didn't really find it distracting. But yeah, black glows really stand out with this one. Beautiful cinematography. Really captures that noir feel quite nicely. In regards to the audio, the 2.0 mono track was pretty decent. It's nearly perfect, crisp and clear and well balanced. It's during the suspense when this track really comes to life, which is why I'm rating both the picture and sound a 4.5 out of 5. For bonus content, get an audio commentary by film historian Alan K. Rohde, plus a film noir specialist Frank Kretnick on The Enforcer. Next, we have a double bill with Beware My Lovely from 1952 and Jennifer from 1953, starring Ida Lupino. And this is the first time that both films have been released on disc. I never even had a DVD release before, so seeing these films on Blu-ray was a real treat. And it's interesting to note that Howard Hughes, who at the time was head of RKO Pictures, withheld Beware My Lovely from being released for a year because of Robert Ryan's politics, who publicly spoke about his involvement, which didn't sit too well with Hughes at the time. But politics aside, this is a great film which focuses on a widow who hires Robert Ryan's character to do some odd jobs around her large Victorian mansion. But little does she know that her handyman is actually a murderous schizophrenic in this edge-of-your-seat thriller. I enjoyed this one. And the print looks really good on Blu-ray, which was sourced from a 4K scan by Paramount, with a moderate black glows and sharpness. Some scenes look better than others as far as sharpness is concerned, as it tends to soften up at times. Overall, it's a clean transfer with the grain intact. The 2.0 mono was decent, although I had to turn up the volume slightly higher to hear the dialogue better, but other than that, it's good. No signs of audio damage. And on that note, I'm rating both the picture and sound a 4 out of a 5. For bonus content, get an audio commentary by film historian Jason Nye, plus author film historian Pamela Hutchinson on Ida Lupino. And finally, the last film in this set, Jennifer from 1953, about a caretaker of an old vacated estate, who the last occupant mysteriously disappeared. A great film that looks absolutely beautiful. It's a very sharp print with tons of detail, and a grain intact with deep black glows. Personally, I found this film to be the best looking from this set, which was sourced from a 4K scan by Paramount. The 2.0 mono track was crisp and clear, which I found well balanced. A nearly perfect mix that complements the film nicely. I'm rating this a 5 out of a 5 for the picture and a 4.5 for the sound. So folks, another fantastic release of films in this Essential Film Noir Collection 4. I highly recommend it. And if you haven't picked up the previous sets, definitely get your hands on it if you can. Till next time, take care.
I'm back, Vogel. Now I know what I want.
All my life, I believed that if you were willing to take the time and energy, you could have anything you desired.
When they beat me for something I didn't do, it hurt in a way blows never did before. The pain won't leave until I get what I already paid for.
You don't like anybody, you don't believe anybody, you don't trust anybody. You think everybody has a pitch.
Everybody has. You and I and that guy back there.
I'm not going, whatever you fellas say.
How would you like to go to prison for the murder of Harry Gruber?
You must be crazy, Mr. Goddard, and they turned you loose too soon.
Who burned your friend Smiley?
I don't know any Smiley.
You're lying. You know him and you know he's dead.
You can't let me go out and get killed.
You want us to help you, you help us. Start talking.
You're insane. Get away from me. You're insane. There are places we can call.
No, don't call.
Why not?
They'll ask questions.
Please.
What did you intend to do? Call the police after I'd gone?
No.
Tell them to be looking out for a stupid cur?
No, honestly.
What do you know about honesty? This is the nicest time of day.
Saddest time of the year. She stole valuable information. That information could be worth a lot of money to certain people.